Hi friends, in previous classes we were discussing about different type of data validation. Today we are going to learn about the important data analysis tool, that is subtotal. Subtotal can be calculated using subtotal function as well as a pre-built tool in command ribbon. We will also learn what is the difference between the sum function and subtotal function. We can also learn today how we can copy the visible part of data after calculating the subtotal to another sheet or another place in the same sheet using alt semicolon. So let us begin. This is a sample sales data with order ID, salesperson, region, etc. And before discussing about subtotal, we have to distinguish between what is the subtotal and total. So total, we know that we use a function that is equal to sum, press tab and select the range, press enter key. So this is the sum. Then for subtotal, we use the function subtotal. That's the function. Then click. Then this is the syntax. First ask for function number. So there are different functions, average, count, etc. are there. We are not going to in details. We have the sum. We have to find out the sum. So we use the function number 9. So give 9, then put a comma. Then next is reference. That is the reference here. This is the range. Then press enter. So now we got both the same value, 15,46,000. Okay. Then suppose we want to distinguish between these two. So in lesson 11, 10 and 11 we discussed the sorting and filtering. Now we are going to filter according to Anil. We discussed in details. You can watch for knowing about this. You right click here, then filter, then cell value, selected value. We have selected Anil, so just one. So this is the sales of Anil. Then you can see the difference. Total didn't change. The sum, using the sum function, 15 lakhs. So this is the sales of Anil only. When you use subtotal, we get this function like this. So this is the total of this range. Total of this range is shown here. Here, while using sum, it will sum the hidden range also. But in subtotal, here there are some rows are hidden, but it is not considering it. Only the visible values are summed up, and this is the total of this Anil only, salesperson Anil's total. This is the difference between total and subtotal. So we can go to data tab and clear and remove the filter. Okay, then this is the one way of finding the subtotal. Another way, suppose we want sales of Anil, sales of Priya, Ramesh, and all the salesperson. So what we do usually, we select here, then select here and right click and filter, sort according to sort in the A to Z order. So Anil first comes, then Priya, and it is sorted. So for knowing more about sorting, you can watch lesson 10 and 11. So very easy, without going to the data tab, then sorting here. It is very easy from right click here and do that. So what we do is we select this, press Control plus, insert a row, then again here select Control plus, then insert a row. Similarly here also insert a row. Then we find the sum like this, press enter, then drag. Similarly, we have to find the sum here, and so on. So it is very time consuming. Suppose there are hundreds of or more than 100 salespersons are there, region or product are there. We have to, it is very difficult to find the sum. So what is the easy method? So we are going to find out the total sales of each salesperson. So we already sorted in the order of salesperson. So before clicking the subtotal, either you have to select the entire region, or it is very easy, select either of a cell inside this data. So we selected here, then click the subtotal. So as told in the lesson 10 and 11, sorting and filtering also we can do like that. So a dialog box comes here. We have to select the salesperson. According to salesperson, we are going to find the sum. So use the function sum here. So select here, then subtotal we have in the function also. We have seen all these steps. So here we select the sum, Then whatever heading we need, since we are going to find out the sum, we have to click on the units if needed, and these three, we clicked on these three, it is checked, then we can click OK. Then we got very easily the details of Anil, sales of Anil, Priya, and that. So just we can have a border here also. Okay, then it is very easy. Instead of inserting a row, then finding the sum. So after having this subtotal, you can go and see here. So here, before the rows and columns heading, here we can see 1, 2, 3. So we are on the 3. So while clicking the 2, so we got the total sales here, each sales. Then clicking on the 1, we get the grand total. So this is not required, as we know that we got the grand total from here also. So we have not typed total, grand total, etc. It automatically comes. We have salesperson Anil, but here the heading is Anil total. This comes automatically. Yeah. Then this is in the second tab we got this detail. Then when you click on the third, you get the subtotals of each salesperson. So if you want according to the product details, you have to select sort according to the product. Suppose we want to copy this to another sheet, so we delete this. So before doing that, we just observe the cell values. Here it is 45, but in the formula bar, subtotal is shown. The 9 is the function value for sum, and here also in all the cell we can see the subtotal formula. It is automatically created by Excel itself. Suppose here when you look that, we can see that total, this is already created by Excel, and only this one is in bold letters. Here the value is not in bold letters. And also we have to copy this. What we do, copy to another sheet. So normally we select this and copy and paste here. So what happens, the entire value is pasted. So that is so we need not want this, we want only this much to be pasted without showing the all details of the sales. So then a simple idea is a tip I am going to tell you. You can apply this many places. So actually normally select, you see the selection, then go and click alt semicolon. Semicolon comes near to the keyboard L. Alt semicolon. So this is selected, a special selection you can see. Then you can Control C, then paste here using Control V. So normally, so while pasting, it is pasted the values only value you can see on the formula bar. No formula here, just like we have seen in the subtotal page. Okay, in this way we can copy paste the visible. So alt semicolon gives the selection of visible values. Okay, similarly the same can be used for bolding. Suppose we want to bold this. Similarly, suppose we select here and give a color for this. What happens, suppose this is given a color, then go to the third tab, entire range is colored. So from Anil total, here actually the comes from Anil total. So it is why, because the selection comes to all below, and it is in this color. We need not want this, we want actually Control Z, and we made into the previous position. Suppose then again we want this much of bold and have to give a gray color and red color to the font, everything we can do, whatever you need. Then again we have to press the alt key, press and hold, then press the semicolon, then it is selected. So now you can make these changes, select the desired color and click the Control B. You can press Control B. Here already bolded, so when you press Control B, the bolding goes. Then again you have to press Control B. Then suppose you want to give the gray color for here, so you can select the fill format and give a gray color. So, okay, now as earlier it will be only for the heading. You can go and see the third tab. So okay, here. So in this way we can make use of the shortcut alt semicolon for the selection of visible ranges. Only visible ranges is selected, and we can format, we can copy the visible range, paste somewhere else. Okay, this is a tip. using, you can have do this in many places, especially in subtotal also. Suppose we want to remove all this, and we have to bring the data only, remove the subtotal and everything. You select the cell, then go to the data tab, then click on the subtotal. Then again you can see here remove all button, remove all. So everything is removed. We cannot undo this. We can it will be in the previous state. And suppose you want to have this in the type of product, what are the total sales in each product, then what you have to do is you have to select this and right click, sort, as we discussed. I'm not explaining is, you sort this, and again after sorting you can go to the subtotal and select the product, then do that. So before doing this you have to sort in accordance with the product, as we have done in the salesperson. In this way we can have the product subtotals. So let us wind up the class for today, and thank you for watching the lesson. Thank you very much. Goodbye.